Alrighty, so this next part right here, you're going to learn how to create shapes and then move the shapes around. You're going to learn how to delete a little bit later, so don't worry about making mistakes. You're going to delete your shapes later. So I'm going to talk about the creating a shape and then the fill and the stroke, reshaping the tool using, and then you can flip the shapes, spin the shapes, and you're going to hold shift to reshape, hold option to center the shape when you're holding the corner, and then you're going to learn how to hold shift and option at the same time, click and drag, and then you will be able to reshape and center at the same time. So here we go. First, you just need to go click on the bottom left corner right here, or bottom right corner. Normally you'll be at the rectangle tool. So you click and hold the bottom right corner right there, and then you'll be able to go to your custom shape tool. And then I'm going to go over here to shapes, click on that. I'm going to drag this to make it bigger so that I can see more. So let's say I just wanted to start with an arrow like this. Okay, I'll click that arrow, click on my canvas, and I'll click and drag. Okay, click and drag to make an arrow like that. All right. Now there are these things called the stroke and the fill. When you click on your shape right there, and then you click on your shape layer right here, you can double click this area to rename the shape to stay organized, and you can click on this itself, this square, and you're able to change this thing called the fill and the stroke up here. The fill color changes the color inside of the shape. The stroke color changes the outside border of the color of the shape. So let's say I want the outside border to be blue. I click on the stroke, and then look, the outside border is blue. If I want the inside to be black, I can click on the shape. Oh, I didn't click on the right one. I need to click on the fill and then make the fill black, and then the inside of the shape becomes black. So that is how you change the fill and the stroke. You can also change the fill and the stroke over here on the right side. Okay. Now, the next thing I need to go talk about is the reshaping and free transform of the shape. So let's say I go to my shape and I make another shape. So I'll pick a rectangle this time. Okay. And I'll create a shape that is a rectangle. It's gonna block that layer below it. So here's a layer of the rectangle. It is above this arrow. So I'm going to change the fill and the stroke for the rectangle. So the fill, I want that to be red, and then the stroke, I want that to be black. And look, if I reorganize this layer by clicking and dragging, holding it up, now you can see the top layer being above the more bottom layer. And how do you change the size and everything like that? Let's say I want to hit the corners, like right here, and then the sharp part right there. So I'm going to go do this thing called, let's see here, shift and drag, okay? Oh, sorry, I'm gonna go do reshaping using free transform and then flipping. So to reshape through transforming, you're gonna do this. Go to edit, and then you're gonna have an option to go free transform path or free transform path here. So you're going to click on that, and then you're going to be able to click this corner right here and hold and drag, and you can resize the shape that way. Or you can hold shift down, click the corner, and then look, I can hit this corner right here like that. I can drag this corner over here to match, let's say, that, and then I can resize it and move it around to make it look more like a cool design, right? And then if I wanted to center, oh, by the way, to spin it, you're not gonna grab the corner and just drag. To spin this shape, all you have to do is just make sure this like corner turning icon, click drag, and then you can change the rotation of your shape. Okay, so there, look, I can change the rotation. So I'll do Command Z to undo this. And then let's say I want this to be like centered, and I want this to stay where it is, but I just want to make it smaller. Hold Option, click the corner, and then you're going to drag it in and out like that. And then you can keep the ratio, but you center the middle of the shape where it's at. Okay? So, and then you can also do this with Shift and Option. Hold Shift and hold Option at the same time. You can center the shape and then resize the shape at the same time, change the side, change to the opposite direction, so on and so forth. Okay. And let's say I just want to flip this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to right click, and then you have this option to flip horizontally, which is flipping left and right, like that. See that? It flipped left and right. Or you can flip vertically. Let's say, let me just spin this so you can see vertically. I'm going to flip top and bottom, right click, and then flip vertically. It means just flip along the x-axis if you want to get nerdy with it. There, see the flip? Okay. So that is how you use all of these tools for fill and stroke, reshaping the tool with free transform and flipping. And then I showed you holding shift, I showed you holding option click, and I showed you holding shift and option click. The next thing I need to show you is the move tool, okay? The move tool is right here. On the top left corner, you will see this icon right here moving in all directions, all right? That's the move tool. You click on that tool and you click on the shape layer that you would like to move, and then you can move that specific shape. So I click on here and I can move that shape. If I click on the arrow, I can move the arrow. Okay? Does that make sense? All right? Okay. Go ahead and go do it.